Welcome back, fam. Welcome back. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you've been enjoying your day so far. Really invested some time learning more about who you are and why are you here on the planet at this time, and what can you do to get in a great alignment with yourself and with the universe so you can have that balance that you've been looking for, right? And most importantly, I know by now, right? You're not going by blind faith anymore. You're being the cause in your life, right? Instead of waiting for the effect to happen. You've been, learning and using those 7 hermetic principles daily, right? And that way you can really take all that hope and faith out of the equation, because you are very intentional with everything that you plan out there, right? And also, you've been learning more about your name, which is your nature. It has some, your true essence of yourself, your foundation. And you've been learning more about your life path. If you need help, learning more about your life path number, please go back to one of my previous presentations. Let me slow down, right? And I'll walk you all the way through that process and give you some of my spiritual takeaways when it comes to that, your own personal vibration and what to expect, and some things you can do to, flip the switch, switch up the polarity, right? And keep yourself balanced. And that's what it's all about. And lastly, learn more about your natal chart. astroseek.com. I promise you they'll take you far. They'll give you some more, some additional tools, some guides that, put in your toolbox so you can have, more knowledge of self-discovery. And it's all about becoming the best version of you that you came here to be. Okay. So with that being said, guys, it's all about today. It's all about life tests. What? Letting go of that negativity, those toxic people that are in your life. Right. And so today, the ancestor universe, felt like, hey, it's time to share this message, because you got some reflection out here dealing with some toxic people, some negative people in their lives right now. So that applies to you, this presentation for you. So please be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. All right. And as always, I got to take care of my family. So, if you got those toxic family, they come in different shapes and forms. They come in as family, friends, those co-workers that they are jealous and hating on you on a sneak tip, stealing your ideas, right? And also they come disguised as, through your environment too. The negative environment. All right. So with that being said, we know that Earth is a school, and the universe has principles and guidelines that we need to live by, so we can really be in balance. So we're not operating off of blind faith, right? Because when you know better, you're gonna do better. So let's go ahead and lead in. I'm gonna give you my personal takeaways, right? Some keynotes and my takeaways. I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Okay. So as always, our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons, right? To gain that experience and knowledge for our soul's growth, because we know Earth is a school, so we're not going to do the same thing over and over again. We're going to rewrite our story today, because we know the universe is going to mirror our intent, right? But as we grow through our own personal transformation and atonement process, especially using those 7 hermetic principles daily, and I know it's going to take you far, you're going to share your knowledge and wisdom with people, because you got the results to prove it, right? You got the receipts. And also, you're going to teach people, you're going to tell, teach yourself first, and then you're going to share this with other people. It's all about trusting your own intuition. All right, your own inner voice, your own energy, instead of blindly believing things outside of you. Okay, so I care about you that much to tell you the truth, but it's up to you to really discern, to be open to receive this message. Okay, by now, we all know that our thoughts, beliefs, words, emotion, and action create our reality and our results. So not our job. So we are, taking control of all our energy, and we are drawing things back in so we can balance them for our rise. Okay. So use your energy wisely. Don't let people get over on you, reflection. Okay. And as one more thing. Keep your money in check. So if you really need help manifesting, money, prosperity, and just currency, right? Even though we know money isn't real, but we still need to use it as a tool so we can level up. That way we can help other people level up, right? So please go to the spiritual law of prosperity. All the cheat codes are in that presentation, but also be sure to check the description. Okay. Play that cash flow game for at least 90 days. Most people don't have a clue how money really works. And that's why you don't have any money. I got to keep it 100 with you. Okay. So I care about you and I love you that much. So the reason why you don't have money, because they taught you, about money the backwards way, how to work for money, not how to earn your own money, so you don't have to work for nobody else, right? So that way you can do things for yourself. I hope that makes sense. All right. So let's go ahead and lead in, guys, because I know you guys been dealing with a lot of negative people, toxic, family members, relationships, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, right? And especially those toxic coworkers that really be hating on you on a sneak tip, trying to steal your ideas, right? So this is for you, okay? So when someone really shows you who they are, believe them the first time, Reflection. People know themselves much better than you do. So that's why it's important to stop expecting them to be something other than who they are. Maya Angelou, right? So the more chances you give someone, the less respect they'll start to have for you. I had to learn that the hard way early up in my journey, especially in the military, man. Whoo! So they'll begin to ignore the standards that you pretty much set because they'll know that another chance will always be given. They're not afraid to lose you because they know no matter what, you won't walk away. So they get comfortable with depending on your forgiveness. So what I'm telling you is never let a person get over on you and get that damn comfortable by disrespecting you and your time and your boundaries. Okay, so let's move on, Reflection. So by now, hey, you came here to do great things, and you realize, hey, this mediocre life really isn't working out for me anymore. Okay, so goodbye. And it's okay to walk away. Family, friends, co-workers, right? And they're gonna have that reply, what? You can't just do that. Actually, yes I can. Because I'm constantly co-creating my reality with my thoughts, beliefs, words, emotions, and action. I'm doing my own research. I'm taking action. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. But through those mistakes is making me wise, giving me the experience that I need. And I'm reading a lot of books. And I'm finding mentors that give me the tools and the resources that I need to help me. Okay? And, and leading on, into that, right? If you don't look at the people in your circle and you don't get inspired, you don't have a circle, you pretty much have a cage. Nipsey Hussle, right? And we all been like that. So it's okay to let some of, the people go. Even though you grown up with these individuals, you may have a close relationship, or you've been, in my case, especially in the military, when you constantly moving from one station to the next, right? And you can build a good relationship, working relationship with, people, from all over the world, right? But it's all about your growth and transformation process. We all have to grow through it, but it's gonna make you a bigger, stronger, wiser person than you were yesterday. All right, that's what it's all about. So declutter your life, Reflection. Decide to choose quality over quantity. All right, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies any day, right? So it's all about quality over quantity, and many people don't even want to see you grow. Okay, and evolve, because growth intimidates those who live complacent lifestyles. And a lot of these individuals are, in your family. They at the same, at the job, where you work, and they've been in the same position for 1,000 years, and they're not looking for any kind of excuse to, go to the next level. But somehow, some way, you the new kid on the block, right? And you open it, you like a sponge. You ready to, absorb as much information as you can, and you're gonna use all these different experiences as, tools to get you to the next step. So you can, do things on your own instead of working for somebody, right? And that's what it's all about. So what am I leading into? Start to surround yourself with dreamers and the doers, the believers, the thinkers. But most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness within you. Like I do. I see your greatness, but do you? So even when you don't see it in yourself, I see it, Reflection. I'm here to remind you of your greatness, right? I'm just another version of you in a different time and space, letting you know you got this. All right, it's okay. We all been lied to, but at some point, ask more questions. I'd rather be a fool for 5 minutes than the rest of my life. Okay, I hope that makes sense, right? So lean on in. So when embraced and accepted, negative emotions along your path can be a powerful catalyst to positive change in one's life, and can lead to deeper feeling of meaning and authenticity, right? And it's all about tapping into your true self instead of being a copycat out here. Everybody, being, all these people versus being their true self and who they came to be, be here on the planet at this time. So as we get ready to lead on in and give you my personal takeaways, the people that gossip with you, Reflection, will more than likely will be the same one to gossip about you behind your back. So again, telltale sign, if somebody come to you with a lot of gossip, a lot of 9 times out of 10, that same individual is going to be gossiping about you behind your back when you're not around. All right. So I want to keep it 100 with you. And as we lead on in, when it's part, part of this process of just letting go of negativity, letting go of these bad relationships, letting go of a deadbeat job, that's not really serving you. All right. Letting go of these, bad belief systems that were handed down to you by your parents, your grandparents, these institutions that doesn't work. Right. So it's okay to start over. All right. So with that being said, as we get ready to close things out with my personal takeaways, when it comes to letting go of negativity, some of us think holding on makes us strong. But in my honest opinion, sometimes it's the letting go part that really makes us strong. Because again, we can become so close to people that really is pretty much holding us back. We haven't grown, spiritually, mentally, emotionally over the past 3 to 5 years, by being around these individuals. Yeah, they may be fun to be around, but I mean, what are you learning? How much have you grown? Are you guys growing together, or are y'all just turning up? You know what I'm saying? So at some point in your life, you got to realize, like, hey, some people come in your life to be a distraction, right? Or they just, they hear, they know that, hey, you that person that, bring them up when they're down. But again, don't get complacent. Stay focused on your purpose and mission. I promise it's going to take you far. So as we get ready to get things out of here, get out of here, we all still have the truth with us, but it's not found in books to any given extent reflection. It has been passed along from lips to ear like we doing today, right? And when it was written down at all, its meaning was veiled in terms of alchemy and astrology. So only those possessing the keys could read it, all right? That's from the three initials, the Kabbalah. So reflection, I'm here to remind you of your own greatness. You got this, right? It's never too late to rewrite your story, but do it now. And don't be afraid to unlock the universe within you, because what? You are your own universe. And with anything we discuss, we got the, this principle polarity, good side, not so good side, some things we can work on, some things we're doing great, but we can always continue to work on ourselves on our journey, right? So as we, get ready to close things out, many of us struggle with the part of ourselves that wants to be rid of old negative patterns, right? It is now the time to really make the conscious effort to do this, because if we remain in our old ways, what's going to happen? We're going to miss out on so much that lies ahead. And that's why the Kundalini energy on the planet is rising right now, and it's forcing people, it's pushing people like, hey, tap into your heart chakra. There are so many different opportunities available, to you as you elevate your overall energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay, and I'm just here to confirm that. I'm just a messenger, right? So with that being said, it's time to truly leave the baggage behind and level up reflection. Okay, let go of those bad relationships. Family members, those co-workers that's hating on you again, right? And and be open to receive new experiences in your life. Okay, so as you let something go, something of equal or greater value has to return. Universal principle, right? So number one, often we have a difficult, time letting go of past memory hurts, emotional issues, even though they cause much distress and soul pain in our lives, and ultimately lead to so much destruction of our soul self. Okay, so to allow the letting go to take place in our lives, we have to dedicate to the soul that certain issues that may have caused you to pretty much harbor negative emotions no longer serve you, and it's time for them to leave your life. They will no longer, they will not go unless pretty much you ask them. And it was up to you. It was you in the first place that placed these situations here from the beginning. Because remember, your life is a test. All right. That's why we have a life path, a mission, a purpose, right? And Earth is a school. So did you study for your test? Number 3, we are, by design to utilize our unique talents and gifts and use our free will. Okay. We all have free will. All right. We know right from wrong at this point. I hope so. Right. To better ourselves and others, and not to dwell on a life of heart pain. All right. Life is a choice. Okay. So life is all about choices. Number 4, as we close, it is time to move forward without any old negative clutter dragging along behind us. Right. And we are to really cleanse ourselves and our soul, of our old ways in preparation of, for the new positive energy to be ushered into our lives. Remember, once you let something go, something equal or greater value has to return. Universal law, man. Okay, you got to take the guesswork, that blind faith out of the equation using those 7 hermetic principles. Okay, as we get ready to get out of here, what am I saying? It's all about protecting your mental health. All right, everything starts in the mind first before it manifests in the physical reflection. All right, so you remember, as a man or a woman thinketh, right? So number 5, it's all about washing away that stagnant and negative characteristics, these energies of self that pretty much been holding us back from many gifts this life really has to offer us, right? So this process involves what, like I mentioned to you before, it starts with the changing of your mind, changing of your action, changing of the circle of friends, co-workers, family members. All right, I know it may hurt. All right, and also your space, your environment. All right, so it's never too late to rewrite your story. So this is pretty much my takeaway when it comes to letting go of negativity. And at the end of the day, guys, some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it's about letting go. All right. And as always, our purpose and mission, of course, I learned a whole bunch of life lessons, right, to gain the experience and knowledge for our soul growth. It is never too late to rewrite your story, right? And as you grow through your own personal transformation and atonement process, especially by utilizing those 7 hermetic principles, please share your knowledge and wisdom with people. Teach people how to help themselves. That way they can, create a life for their family that can lead on, continue on for generations to come. All right. But trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy. And your thoughts, belief, words, emotion, and action equal your reality, your results, not your job. Keep your money in check, reflection. But we will be back with our next presentation. Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. And I'll give you, some working knowledge when it comes to your name, which is your nature, in our next presentation. All right. But again, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Invest in learning more about yourself, right? All right. But this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.